Hello you guys from Disney's Polynesian Resort. Today we are going to be checking out a deluxe studio for a room tour and setup. So you're going to see the whole thing as if a real family lives in it. Not pristine and perfect, but these studios are, let's just say they're the worst ones here at the Polynesian. So let's check them out and make sure they're what you want to book before you have to put up with that sound all week. Quickly though, before we jump into the room tour, I just wanted to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Ashley, and here on my channel, Pixie Dusted Mom, I am all about sharing tips and tricks for helping you to have a better family vacation here at Walt Disney World, as well as vlogs from our adventures along the way. So getting ready to come on a Disney World trip and you want to feel empowered and equipped to handle it, because it can be a little overwhelming. You'll want to click that red subscribe button, come along, join my little internet fam. Would absolutely love to have you. But now with no further ado, let's jump into that room tour. So we're gonna do this a little backwards, but this is the view. This is what you're paying for. So I wanted to share this first because this is part of what makes it a lake view. So this is the view of Seven Seas Lagoon. So that is Seven Seas Lagoon out there right past the bungalows that you see. And hold on, it's getting a little steamy. But as you can see over this bungalow right here, you can see the tip top of Magic Kingdom Castle, which was perfect for last night because we were able to see fireworks, which is fantastic. You are able to see the ferry boats coming back and forth. You've got one over here loading up right now. You're in room 1029. So that is kind of what the view looks like here. We are on the ground floor, so we have a patio with 2 chairs, and then it does have this little table. It's quite a large patio, to be perfectly honest, and it was really nice because we're right off of the elevators in the main entrance there as you come in, but you have a little bit of a view. I can tell if we were a bit higher on a 2nd floor or a 3rd floor, then you would definitely be able to see Cinderella Castle a lot better, as well as seeing the fireworks and projections and everything happening over there. But wanted to kind of start out with this because this is what you're paying for when you select a lake view studio here, whether you're renting, you're staying here on points, whatever. So I wanted to kind of show you that is what that looks like. As you can see, there are like golf courses occasionally going by, and yes, you do hear the ferry boats. You hear the horn when they blast to leave. You don't hear like the motors or anything like that. They're relatively quiet. Like there comes one now, and you can't hear it, but when they come in and they honk their horn, like you heard in the intro though, you do hear that. But we're gonna come on inside from that magical view that we have out that door. I literally do not want to say goodbye to this. We check out today and I'm so sad to leave this view, but this is the section to your right. This little coffee table was actually over in front of the sofa, which I'll show that in just a second. But like I said, this is a room tour and setup. So this is set up with options for a family. So it's not just looking all pristine and perfect, but that way you can kind of see what your family would look in a room like this. But you do have kind of a little bistro set going on over here. You have 2 chairs and a little table, which is nice to be able to sit down if you need to put your shoes on or be able to do your makeup, do anything like that. If you have multiple people in this room, it does sleep 5, so only 2 chairs there, but you can fold up the sofa, and again, we'll see that in a second. But you have that going on. You have your Hey Disney. Nope. Never mind, mute you. Here, it can tell your kids stories. You can order more towels for the room, like all the things you can do on the little Hey Disney. So they're actually pretty fun. So definitely tinker around with those. They are awesome. And then you have the Maui statue lamp, which is kind of signature here at the Polynesian. He is also in the lobby, so you can see him there. And I believe these are for sale in the gift shop. They usually have them. So if you like fall in love with the little guy, you can actually take him home. He's a little pricey, but you can take him home. Behind that, you've got your 1 plug-in, 1 outlet, and then 2 USBs. Unfortunately, the 2 USBs weren't functioning for us, so we didn't have to let the front desk know about that. So they're going to get those fixed. But that is what the situation was there. You have a mirror up behind, and then it does feel pretty spacious even with the beds down. So coming on down that wall, you're going to have this little trundle bed. So this is what it looked like before it was folded down. So it looked nice, and it almost looks like a dresser, but it does fold down into a twin size fold down bed. But this is what it looks like because we are living in this room. It's like your house. Like you have it clean, and then this is what it looks like because we live here. So this is the because we live here part. But we have our bed rail attached. This was from Disney. You can use these complimentary. All you have to do is press housekeeping on your phone in the room, or guest or resort services rather, and then you can have them bring those out. It is super easy to be able to do that and set that up. And they were able to bring us an extra blanket for it and all that good stuff. So we have pillows here. There is a light switch in this bed, so you can turn it on. And you've got Lilo and Stitch down here sleeping in their hammock on the beach. So very tropical, where some of the other rooms at the resort are very Moana themed. This room is very Lilo and Stitch themed. So we've got that going on, but you can turn that light off. So up top, you do have a nice long dresser top, but you do not have any charging spaces here. So no outlets, no USBs, nothing like that on this section. All you're getting is the one there over behind Maui. So spinning around though to the other side of the room, so you can kind of see you've got the carpet in the main area, and then as you go towards the two bathrooms and then the exit, you do transition over to hard floors over there. But you do on this side have your queen size bed. I'm sorry, we slept in it. We didn't do a very good job making this bed. I wish I could make beds like housekeeping. Obviously, my husband made this side of the bed, so it's not quite as pretty, but we have on the wall, you do have some Polynesian inspired artwork. It is just beautiful. And then on either side of the queen bed, you do have a nightstand. So you're gonna have this lamp on the wall, which has a little push on and off, and then you have a light overhead that you can turn on, and you can also dim it. So kind of like a reading light, that situation. You have your in-room phone, like we mentioned earlier, and then to get those like bed rails, you can also do a pack and play. You can do housekeeping. So you just press that button right there and they will talk to you, and you can let them know anything that you need and bring it out, just like they do towels and things like that. You can have them bring out pack and plays, bed rails, the works. So this underneath, you do have one charging port, and then you have 2 electrical outlets. So you do have a little bit of a charging bay there, if you will, that you can use. And then you do have space under the nightstand as well. Coming back, this was actually a really comfortable bed. Like, it was very nice. We slept great. Also, we were Disney tired, so I feel like that may sway the opinion of the beds just a little bit, but we enjoyed it. Again, in the middle, you do though have the same setup, and you have a light for over the bed here that you can dim, and it is over the fold-out bed. So you've got the little can recessed light up top. And with this, you do have, again, the same 2 USBs and then the plug-in, or 1 USB and 2 plug-ins rather, there as in that spot. This is how the bed looks folded down. This is what they call the table bed. It is basically the same size as a queen size bed. And with these table beds, they are significantly thicker mattresses. So no more getting physically abused by a fold-out sofa, sleeper sofa, because those are awful. You can put like a little hand up emoji if you've ever been abused by that. Those are horrible. Like, you feel like you have been beaten when you wake up the next morning. So I'm very excited that Disney is bringing in more of this style in all of the studios, but that is what it looks like all folded down. And you do still have room under it. So you can see we've got our suitcase tucked under that one as well. And then the front half of the queen bed does have under bed storage as well. And I'll show you what's in the other half in a second. But with this bed, when it is folded up, this is what it looks like with the couch and the sofa table and everything out in front of it. That's what it's going to look like. So you do have some space for seating. If we're not as many people, or you say you're just a couple, then you get to keep the couch. But in our instance, we did have our two little girls. So this is where our 5-year-old slept in the bed. And again, we just using the bed rails complimentary from Disney. There's no extra fee, no charge for that. They'll just bring them to your room. Super sweet, and really appreciate the fact that Disney has those. And then on this bed, again, this is where my little 3-year-old slept for this trip. Sometimes we'll put our 3-year-old in a slumber pod with an inflatable air mattress. And so that we would have just kind of maybe slid the table down just a little bit and been able to put it over in one of these corners, but that would have worked out fine for that. But since we were only here 2 nights, we just decided to put her on the fold down bed and make that a little bit easier. We got here super late, so we were all sleeping at the same time. It's not like mom and dad were still up for very long. We were so tired, we were all sleeping. But for those that like to know like sleep setups for kids, then you can kind of get an idea with that. Coming back over here though to this top part of the bed, you have secret drawers, and these are like pretty decent sized drawers too. So you could get quite a few packing cubes if you do want to unpack. If you've got a full 5 people in this studio, then you're gonna need that space, and the handles are a little hidden, so you kind of have to look for them. They're tucked up in there, under there. They're kind of under the shadow, so you can't see them quite as well, but there's one here and there's one on the other side. But it's nice to have some storage under the bed and some drawers, since you are giving up your dresser for that 5th sleeper fold down bed option, which is great. Coming this way, and part of the reason that people love the studios here at the Polynesian. But before we get to that, we're gonna do the quick run through of the little kitchenette here. So up top in this left cabinet, you're just gonna have some little paper goods, plastic cups, things like that. That way you can make coffee before you head out the door. You do have your in-room microwave, which is awesome in the studios. And then up top, you do have a little cubby that you could store some things. It is quite tall, and so you have to kind of reach a little high. I'm 5'3", so it's a stretch for me, but it is an option. It is up there. Underneath you have some paper towels. You have that beautiful pattern kind of the wallpaper that they had on the back of the fold down table bed. They've carried that over into here. On this left side, you've got your sponge, your hand soap, as well as dish soap. It kind of acts as both. And then you also have a towel and can opener in this room as well. You've got your coffee maker, your toaster, and then over on that right side, you do have all of the fixins for your Joffreys, your coffees, all that good stuff. And then you do have some outlets in the back if you need to plug anything in over here and charge anything. Coming on down, this is a faux drawer, but you do have a cabinet door with your trash and recycling in there. And then you do have a real legit mini fridge. This is not a beverage cooler like the hotel rooms here have. So that is really, really nice, because it actually gets the water like super cold. It was amazing to be able to come back and grab a fresh bottle of water. So that is a really, really nice benefit to that. Coming on down the wall, we've got your double closet here. So the doors just pop open, and you can see on top you do have a nice shelf up there. You've got your laundry basket, and then you have some extra pillows and blankets, your iron and your ironing board here on the left, and then you do have some hanging space. So we hung up our hanging packing cubes. This, like, seriously, I talk about these in a lot of videos, but I'm kind of obsessed. If you were considering packing and like thinking about that, the hanging packing cubes, I'm just gonna go ahead and plant that little seed. Those are the way to go, because I took 10 seconds to unpack this system. Like, this is closed for the 3 days we were here, and it just right out for my family of 4. It was amazing. But I digress. That is not what we're here for. Coming on down, you do have your safe here on the right side. You've got some little cubbies underneath there. And then you have some space, like if you wanted to put suitcases, we have our owner's locker there, but it also comes with a suitcase stand. So you can set your suitcase up in there and kind of open it if you need to get into it, that sort of thing. So pretty decent sized closet. It's not a ton of space if you do have a full 5 people in here, but it is a decent amount for like my family of 4 with our 2 big suitcases. That worked out well. And then being able to tuck things under the bed, that really helps if you are a larger family staying in these studios. Coming on over, you do have a cubby space. You can have adjoining studios, so if you are traveling with extended family, or you're just a large family and you need multiple studios, you can do that. But for us, we have that closed off. We were parking our stroller here. My husband has our 2 girls, and they have gone off to have some fun while I film the video, but we had that space there, and then I had our other suitcase for our split stay that we're doing. We have our second trip in this suitcase here, then got my backpack, and then of course, spinning around, you have the door. So that is your lovely entrance and exit to your room. And coming on around, we're gonna go into the part that people love about the studios here at the Polynesian. So you have a sliding door, kind of a sliding barn door situation going on here, coming into your absurdly large bathroom. This is huge. So over here you have your lighted mirror, you have all of your like sink, you've got quite a bit of counter space, and then you do have some drawers underneath and shelves, then trash can there to the right. So you've got some space in here. We kind of labeled this like the kids bathroom, and then I'll show you the adult bathroom because it is amazing. Not quite as big, but it is amazing. Coming over to the left, you have your tub and shower combo. So you've got all of your normal shower things, all your faucets and whatnot. You do have your retractable clothesline there. And on the back side, you have a little cubby and your Disney toiletries down there as well. So you've got all that going on. And spinning around, you do have your towels. Have some little mermaid artwork back there, the little mermaids hanging out in the lagoon. And of course, no bathroom would be complete without a toilet. So you've got your toilet paper. We brought our potty stool. We have a 3-year-old who is recently potty trained, so she needs a little help getting up into the bathroom as well. So that kind of helps her out. But this space is huge. Like, I kind of wish they wouldn't have made it so huge and maybe given some of the space to the other bathroom or to the rest of the room. And that's one opinion I will share, is this hallway to me feels narrow compared to a lot of the other DVC studios that I've stayed in. So I did want to share that. Like, these rooms are great, but in comparison to the hotel rooms here at the Polynesian, they just feel kind of small, to be perfectly honest, in some ways. Certain spots are huge, like that bathroom, like what the heck, but then other spots aren't quite as big. So I just wanted to kind of intermingle a little bit of review in this and why I said they're the worst rooms at the Polynesian. So that is part of why, is it does feel kind of tight and narrow. When we stayed here and we had 2 little kids in pack and plays at that time, we had an additional person with us. It was my husband and I, and we had a family member traveling with us, 2 kids in pack and plays. Like, it was a lot in this room and felt so tight with so many people and all of our suitcases and all of our things. It was a lot, I'm not gonna lie. So I did want to kind of share that for someone who may be thinking and like coming and you've got a lot of people, like you're bringing the full 5 that's gonna be in the room. It can feel like a lot. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest about these studios. That's why they're kind of the worst ones here at this hotel, personally, I think. But they are beautiful, they are functional, and they've worked a lot better as our girls have gotten out of the whole needing pack and place, like with the fold down beds, utilizing the beds that are in the room. That has definitely made the space not feel so small. But last but not least, we are heading into the adult bathroom. So this was what we labeled it. We had the kids bathroom, and this is mom and dad's bathroom. So here on the right side, you're gonna have your towel racks with some towels. You have your beautiful shower with rain head up top, as well as the like kind of pull down handle nozzle. You can use it in its position, but you can also pull it down if you need to like rinse off, or if you need to rinse your hair a little bit better. The pressure in this shower was incredible. Like, I don't think I've ever felt water pressure like that. It is nuts, you guys. In the back though, you do have a little bench seat, so you can sit down if you like to sit down in the shower, and you can also be able to use the body wash, the shampoo, conditioner, that. And then I have a cubby in the back for more toiletries as well. Coming over to the mirror, it's the same exact lighted mirror as in the other bathroom. You do have your lighted makeup mirror here on the left, and a little ledge here on the back for storing any toiletries, things like that. Obviously, you do have your space around the sink, which is actually pretty decently large. We were able to, both of us, be in here getting ready, even though it does only have one sink. We were both able to stand in here and get ready and kind of share the sink, and it worked out really well because the space is so wide. So that was nice. Coming down, you've got the 3 cubbies on this side. You do have the 2 drawers in the center, so you can put some things in it. They're not super huge because of all the piping and everything, so they can't be massive, but as far as being able to put a couple makeup bags, toiletries, things like that in there, they've worked perfect for us personally. And then this drawer though is a little bit bigger, so while this one's on the smaller side, the one that's further down is actually larger because of the pipe situation behind it, so it can actually have more room and be a larger drawer, so that's pretty cool. And then over on this side, of course, lovely trash. Got another cubby for more toiletries, and then you have your bar here that you can hang towels on. On this left side, you do have an outlet. You have 2 plugs, no USBs, anything like that, but you can plug in hair dryer, curling iron, all that good stuff for getting ready for your day. But that is gonna do it for today's room tour. I hope you have enjoyed it, seeing what it can look like with a real life family in it. If you did, don't forget to click that thumbs up button, red subscribe button if you haven't already. Would love to have you in the internet fam. And now that you've made it to the end of the video, you are now part of the end of the video club. And I'm curious, I want you to leave a little tropical emoji. And then, is the Polynesian on your bucket list? Have you stayed here? And what did you think about it? What is your favorite room that you've ever stayed at here at the Polynesian? It is the most popular resort at Disney World. And so I'm curious to know your thoughts about it. So drop that in the comments down below. That way I can know you're part of the secret club and you stayed till the end. But thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.